Okay, so we are finally back. Had to take a break. I was doing videos, and then Christmas shopping, like holiday season, came through, so I had to put in a bunch of like overtime work doing DoorDash and whatnot like that. But I'm back now, ready to talk about Dragon Ball and make all kinds of Dragon Ball videos and all of this other fun stuff that I have planned and want to do this year. So, I was going to start off with a review of the latest chapter, Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 81. But I mean, at this point, I feel like everybody's kind of already, done a review. Like if you've probably heard just about every opinion there is to have on the arc, so I didn't want to dedicate a whole video to that. More so, I'll just say it was a pretty good chapter. I liked it. I've got it in front of me right now. But yeah, it was pretty cool. The fight was entertaining. I like the sadisticness of the heaters, if that's how you say it. And I like the play with the objects and the telekinesis. And I do think there's a lot of good in that. Is it the best Dragon Ball Super chapter ever? No, but is it the worst? Definitely not. So, it was pretty cool. I think I'd give it like maybe a 6.5 or 6.5 to a 7.5. It's somewhere in there without doing like too deep a dive on that. What I really wanted to talk about though, this chapter, is what's, the cliffhanger of chapter 81. What's got most people, excited and talking about this chapter is the supposed destination of Goku's, teleportation, like where he's taking gas. There's been a lot of people really suggesting that it's gonna be, like Vampa, like Goku's taking gas to Vampa to meet Broly, and that's what's got most people excited. They want to see Broly come back and see Broly fight Gas, and I mean, honestly, I don't know if that's really like in itself a good idea, just because like it's already a little weird that Super Saiyan Blue Goku was scaling to the quote unquote strongest fighter in the universe. Like that shouldn't be happening. Super Saiyan Blue wasn't even enough to deal with Moro. I know he's got the little UI plus on it, but I mean it's not that much. Like Super Saiyan Blue with UI, you would think that would stack up to like that's basically Omen, right? Like Ultra Instinct Omen, you would think that's about the same. And Ultra Instinct Omen wasn't enough to deal with Moro. So it's like you would think it's not enough to deal with Gas, but anyways. But yeah, it's like most people are thinking Broly, and a Broly Gas fight is imminent. And I'm like, well, okay, he could be going to Vampa. Then some people say, well, maybe he's taking him back to Beerus planet. And this got me thinking, too, I'm like, well, you know what? Maybe it's kind of a combination of the two. And this is probably more so wishful thinking than actually what's going to happen. But I was thinking, what if Goku tries to lure Gas to Beerus' planet in hopes that Beerus would help? But Beerus doesn't want to help. Instead, he sends in his new student to help, who ends up being Broly. Like Broly, in this time since Goku and Vegeta have been gone, has been training with Beerus and Whis. Like maybe Beerus sees Goku and Vegeta as failures, as like students or like apprentices or whatever. And now he's like has turned his sights on the Broly, which I think would be cool, just because I think Broly has kind of like, I don't want to say nothing else to contribute to the story, but it's just like, what is his path? Like, what is, where is that arc lead him? Now that he's just done what he's done with Frieza, like the only thing I think that's left for him to do to contribute to the story is to be used by Frieza again in some way, or someone else to just basically just get turned loose onto somebody. And it's like, well, that's kind of a little stiff, a little boring, more of the same. And I think it would be better if he was to actually train with Whis or Beerus. And so yeah, it would be really cool to see that, like really cool. But I mean, I don't think it's gonna happen. Like But yeah, I like the idea of I very much like the idea of Broly being trained by Whis and Beerus, and now that it's like Goku went to Beerus's planet to get Beerus to fight Gas, but now Broly, with a little bit of training under his belt, is gonna fight Gas. And Broly, like you know what? Oh, great way to hype that up too, is that Broly is able to do Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego. He's able to do both techniques and sort of combine them in a way, and and you know what? If you really want to drag out this arc, that could be a good foreshadowing for Gogeta. You know, like there's a lot of good things that can come from Broly being there training with Beerus and Whis. So yeah, I really hope that's what happens. That Goku gets there. Beerus, hey, you want to fight this guy? No, but my new student will take him on. And then, you know, okay, so Gas is still the strongest in the universe, right? So it's like, it's a little unfair, even with training for Broly to expect Broly to be able to beat him. So, but you could say Broly gets beat, and then Beerus steps in real quick and then just deals with Gas with like a couple quick moves, right? Because then that kind of just can reaffirm the whole thing that Beerus is still ahead of Goku and Vegeta. It's like, okay, you get this little feat, this display of power, and then it's like, okay, now Gas is dealt with, and then you can move on to, like, Goku can go back to Planet Cereal to confront Elec, who I think is still like the real boss here. I think because we didn't see the wishes that Elec made, or rather the wish that Elec made, that it's kind of up in the air. We don't know for certain, because we didn't see it. We don't know for certain that Gas was made the strongest in the universe, you know? So, I mean, which I guess kind of defeats the point of, like, why do you think Broly can't beat him then? But, I mean, let's just say maybe Gas is just really powerful. Like, because what I think happened is that Elec told Gas he's the strongest in the universe as somewhat of, like, a placebo effect, to where now it's like, okay, yeah, he's not actually strong, but he believes he's strong, so he's just fighting with more confidence, and, you know, a confident Gas can take out all of these guys. You know, like Elec knows his brother well enough to be like, hey, you can body these people if you just believe in yourself. So yeah, I think Elec is still the big bad here, and that once Gas is, like, you know, dealt with, and that Goku gets back to the planet, and, you know, and by himself, you know, Broly's gonna stay. I like in my dream vision here, Broly stays on the planet to keep training. But Goku goes back to the planet, and then they find out Elec is really like the most powerful one, and, you know, him and Vegeta got a fuse to deal with that, or something like that. I don't know how they're gonna I don't know what their solution for this is gonna be. You would like to think it's fusion, right? It has to be fusion. Like, what else could it be, you know? But but I mean, I'm definitely excited to see. I'm looking forward to chapter 82 more than I've looked forward to the other chapters, just because you kind of saw where the other ones were going, even though they would end on like somewhat of cliffhangers. It's like, well, we kind of know where this is headed, and with this one we actually don't. And I actually have another idea of where Goku could be taking Gas, which I think would make a really good sense for the story. It should be popping up right here on the end screen. But yeah, this one was kind of rambly. This video was kind of rambly, which is, you know, it's my first video back, so whatever. But yeah, more videos coming soon, and thanks for watching. Hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you want daily Dragon Ball Super content, Dragon Ball Super manga content, especially Monday through Friday is what I'm going to be trying to go for. So yeah, there's a video here on the end screen about my other predictions for chapter 82, and I'll see y'all in the next one. All right, bye.